Whoop
A noble
ass!
stand, albeit a
I
misguided
love
one.
the armor on
In
this
taking
dragon.
it, you have but proven our point, that this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Welcome everyone to another really late installation of Ricky Plays Games Extremely Late. Final Fantasy 16, we finna get into it. Hope you guys are having a wonderful night. Yesterday we played Pokemon, which was fun. I'm glad we were able to do that. I played a little bit of it during the day today. Had a pretty good chill day today, nothing to complain about. Pretty good, hope you did too. Let's get into it. Last time we played, we fought a cat. Well, a lot happened last time we played, actually. We met Ultima, and we destroyed one of the mother crystals, yes. And there was a 5-year time skip after that. We are now the new Cid, and we are going to continue from there. Let's go. We're at the new base with Vivian in the map room. Okay.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Oh,
Back from your
hello,
mission.
Vivian.
I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
Vivian
I'll have you know
Ninetails.
that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So,
I think I like
to
Vivian.
what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
I'm about to get a history lesson.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash.
The
And
Empire
the Empire
versus
pays
Whaley.
dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the Crystalline Dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder,
the Iron
when
Nation.
the last drop of blood is spilled?
Okay.
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now,
Yeah, I like
as to
Ninetales.
the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even. Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
We're basically getting a tutorial around the new hideout. What is my handmaiden doing here?
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk.
Okay. I guess we just share a room. Yeah, I got to this time skip, man. How's it going, Vicious? An hour away from you? Oh, okay. The Republican army marches on the Empire at Twinside. The men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you done to war at my return. Okay. Thank you, Gav.
What does Gav have to say?
Hope all is well,
The
Vicious.
Republican army is on the march.
You get home so you can grind this game out. Yeah, I saw your post on Twitter saying you need to play this game more.
Occupied with the defense of the capital.
Dude, I got like 5 videos sitting, waiting to be uploaded to YouTube. I'm so far ahead
This is our chance.
from my upload
The one
schedule.
we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All
Yeah,
that we
everyone's
have
already at
here,
the end.
Our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted.
Yeah,
we
they
might
just
have
stack
achieved
up.
So much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
I like how he got the mark taken off.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take
Twitter,
more
Reddit,
than they
and
give.
TikTok. Yeah, I need to. Early
In
do.
exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now,
I was better about sharing my
now they rob
videos
us of our
for
very
the Dragon Ball
homes,
series, but I haven't
leaving
for
naught
this.
but
I've just been
dust and ash.
really lazy on it. I need to though.
But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance.
Yeah, I like to
It would be a
post
pity to waste
mostly on
such a precious
Instagram,
gift.
but I want Instagram and Twitter need to be like my where I post the most promo for my
It is.
channels.
he was there. It wasn't an illusion.
Yeah,
I
you
heard
saw
him
Joshua
call out.
there.
To Ultima.
200 to 1,000. Nice.
If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
Yeah, I want to post shorts on YouTube.
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
Like most of my shorts would basically be the intro to my videos, essentially. On my Instagram, I post short clips, but it's mostly Fortnite stuff because that's what they like to see.
A world without mother crystals.
That are dope moments, yeah. That and like boss fights.
To Sid.
To Sid. Rip Sid. Yeah. I'm just like I'm not always like in front of the camera. Like I know I'm in the camera here. Before a short,
So
it'd
the
just be a
North is
clip
lost.
for the most part.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this
Look at that view.
is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
But I need to. I need
This
to
is only a
branch
matter
out
of
more.
time before the twins are no more.
Everyone's calling this guy Roxas online. If you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, you know what you know what I mean, what they mean.
And here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
No one gonna hype your content like you. That's the realest thing I've ever heard. That's so true though. I gotta hype up my own shit.
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to intrude.
It's not like
Not
he
at
had her
all.
bent over
We were just
or anything.
discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
Yeah, man. The Gathering Storm.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
Alright, look after Martha. Alright, man. Thanks for coming by the stream. I may pass you this playthrough. We'll see. You know, I like to end my playthroughs short and early sometimes. But thank you for coming by the stream, Vicious.
Perhaps I should just have plans.
I hope we get some action this stream. Not last one, but the time before that. It was mostly... It wasn't side quests, but it was main quests that felt like side quests for an hour.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Fucking Imperial.
The last time we were here, this place was torn apart too, and everyone was killed by the Empire.
Sid?
By our mother's
Sid,
request.
you coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good.
A culling.
Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
They're purging people? This game is dark as fuck, bro.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
I thought Buddy was jogging with us for a second there. Oh, look at Torgal. Look at good puppy. Can I pet you in here? No, I can't.
If those Orsons touch an arrow on Martha's head.
Look. Up ahead.
Martha? Yeah, it's Martha.
Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
Black
The
Shields.
Black Shields.
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then... they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so.
Yeah, watch
Thank
out!
you,
Watch
Clive.
out for those hornets I didn't kill on the way over here. They look kind of hungry.
Black Shields. some sort of twisted joke. There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step.
Dead bodies.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Yeah, of course we're too late.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their
Black
crimes
Shield.
shall they be punished. Such is the law.
Oh shit.
To
Here we
dwell
go.
in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
Oh, these guys mean business.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Of course, when given the opportunity to attack someone first, he goes for the guy that's not the Black Shield. There we go. Black Shield slain. They're just like anybody else.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Dark clouds gather.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Nah, I'm sure he's dead. I'm sure the app is probably strung up. Nah, yeah. Oh no, that's not the abbot.
The abbot.
Yeah. For helping bears, yeah.
The bearers died protecting him.
He turned to stone
Calling
doing
upon
it.
what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
Damn, that sucks. This is sad.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true.
Yeah, not all of them.
The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her.
What?
Tell Mad to beg Sin's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sin! Where are you? Sin!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
Never mind, hold the fries. That sucks. Damn, man. This is a really, really sad turn of events here.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
What are we looking at
They rose from their beds.
What are we looking at the bag for?
Threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
Are all of them in the bag or something?
I've gathered the bearers' remains.
Okay, it's the remains, yes.
We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump.
Because they turned to stone and stone to
swift.
dust because
If the abbot was still
petrification.
with us, he'd have taken the dust to himself
Yeah.
and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Make for Riddick's jump. Can I go across? No, I can't. Can I go this way? Looks like I can. Looks like I'm about to run into an enemy I've never seen before. Alright. Okay. Alright. Notorious marks. Alright.
Nice try.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Too slow.
Got it. Notorious mark slain. It was a little difficult, but we got it.
that coming.
Let's go. Get fucked.
That must be the bridge.
Yeah, let me just get this little shiny thing over here off in the distance first. You know, I gotta get that. Scatter remains. I hope this isn't also the drinking water.
And bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Please, I swear to God, if you kill Martha. Game, if you kill Martha. Yeah, that fight would have been hella easier if I had you there, Jill. Hitting it with a little ice attack here and there. It would have been much easier if I had Jill there.
Oi, look sharp! And they call themselves our country.
What are you after? There you go. Much obliged.
There we go, that's all I need. Refill on potions. Okay, good. Martha's alright. Good old Martha.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before we passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
Oh God, this game is so sad.
You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been
That's
right.
messed up.
What these black shields are doing.
Sending in the death squads at night in black armor.
Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Blend curse breakers. Check. We got tons of them. Black blood. The big black bug bled bad blood. Turn to the hideaway. That was literally just like a side quest and a side quest. The whole thing we just did.
Where's Gav?
I hear there's trouble.
Ah, good old Gav. What up, Gavna?
Ah,
oh, that's right, his eye.
I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
I like this. It's more than just a party. Like, you don't have a party of teammates you can control, but you do have a party of people that are helping you save the world, you know? I like that.
And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first.
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor.
Beat up the beaten up, yep.
They'll never see us coming.
Like playoff basketball.
It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals.
Ooh, trying to take out a Mother Crystal?
4 Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
So there's 5 crystals in total, but with this 4 left.
Marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
Okay. Let's see if we take out a crystal tonight.
Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the 7 High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait. Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Alright, let's do it. Drake's Breath, or Drake's Fang, whatever the fuck, let's do it. Let's take it out. Look at that. There's a Moogle right there, and the guy said Moogles don't exist. There's literally a Moogle right there, bro. Otto's corner is now open. I couldn't give a shit. The hunt board is something I do care about, so maybe I'll come back for that later. I do genuinely care about the hunt board, because what we just did against that Aruman was a hunt.
What are we waiting for?
And I wouldn't mind doing that more often.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these...
And then there was Jill. I was watching Vinny's stream last night, and everyone was so mean towards Jill.
Present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day.
Yeah, I don't know if I like my new sword. Look at that handle.
Return to Ironhome.
Oh, that's right. The people of Ironhome took control of her. They use her. Over here, they treat dominance terribly.
You were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry.
Chocobo.
There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde.
I'm not trying to go to the Chocobo, I'm trying to go to the shiny thing, but the fact that they're
starting with the village of Amber.
I can fight a wild Chocobo, bro? I feel horrible. I didn't want to beat up the Chocobos. I feel terrible. I'm gonna cut all this out. Dead ass Chocobo. Damn. Alright. It's not like 7 where you have to tame them. Oh, look, that was a different color. I think that Chocobo over there is like membrane colors.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her.
Damn.
That she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn.
It's like he's selling purging.
It would be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
To speak to youth.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire.
Another youth. The youth always have the
You've seen
answers,
him,
don't they?
didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
But what do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way.
So they may be looking for him because of what happened in Eastpool.
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Obedience bought
You
with
all right?
fear, yeah.
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are,
They're looking for us,
the
for
Imperials
sure.
deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other
Don't be
than
so
Martha,
naive. They're looking for us.
who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do?
I mean, if you're thinking it's a new ally, I
Perhaps
guess,
the
but I
next
feel
village
like
will
it's
yield
you.
more answers.
Perhaps.
That old man made it seem as though it was definitely you, but sure.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
I feel like we're due for a boss fight. Right? Right? Yeah, Fallen Hunter. What is a Fallen doing
Ever
here?
since the auditory, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
In case my AoE attack doesn't hit, she's already ready with hers. You love that synergy.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Yeah, these guys are straight up purging.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield to Rosaria.
Oh, someone's healing. Let's go. Enemies slain. We whooping ass. We whooping ass tonight.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Aldil, Guardians of the Flame?
Those
What?
are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
But before we go there, let me get this little shiny thing. There we go.
Find something, boy. Death.
Dead bodies. The black shields have already been here.
Found her.
Oh, wow. Holy shit. All branded.
This was my mother's doing.
I mean, it's also because you're an outlaw, but yeah, this
Why
is your
would
mother's doing.
anyone-
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
I wonder if I should be checking any of these buildings.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy!
Voice-rinsed dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever! Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here.
More than enough room to
Fuck
sit.
off.
Hang it, chinless bastards!
God, I'm not letting them in.
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stall! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Another way
able
in.
To reason with the guards, or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble.
Tunnels built? Sounds like a perfect place to fight a bunch of monsters underground. Let's do it.
We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Oh, you know it's not abandoned, bro. Black light burns?
The good news is we
What
haven't
does
seen a
that
single black
mean?
shield since Old Hill.
I think we're gonna see some
Maybe
kind
they
of
found who they
ghostly
were looking
things
for.
down there. Black light burns? I think we're gonna see something scary. That's what I think. Something I could probably cast Cure on and kill in a regular Final Fantasy game, but you can't do that in this game. Yeah, Clive doesn't learn Cure.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Can't go that way.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
They all got the same drip.
Not.
I'm sure they're not too difficult to deal with.
Stay down! It's over!
Oh, I wasn't sure if he was the last one or not. These guys died quick. Enemies bested, so I guess I didn't kill him.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
Oh, the guy who came along with us on that mission against the Marlboro.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging
Guardians of the
shields can
Flame,
do
that's what those
against
the
the
black
might
shields
of
were
an
looking
empire.
for.
But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son?
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
So is this basically the Black Shield episode?
So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that.
The boys are back together.
Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge, and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan.
He was basically going for a suicide plan.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Side quest time. Yeah, he is following. Just making sure.
Keep them from the bridge. May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind.
After this little Black Shield mission, I'm probably gonna call it.
That got their attention.
A night.
It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
I got me sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky I didn't.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Oh, I'm walking straight into that. You know it. Oh, you know it. And you know this, man.
What is it now? I told you. We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For us area!
For us area!
And there's Jill.
Petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
I think the guy who's supposed to say that is actually dead. Oh no, this is it. This is the captain. This is the captain. This is the guy who's supposed to say it.
Reinforcements on the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
I haven't fought one of you guys in a while, bro.
More dragons.
Worse. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
I don't know how to use that. What
noble stand, albeit a misguided
I love
one.
the armor on this dragon.
You have but proven our point, that this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Night of the Lasting Dark. The last one, Night of the Midnight Raven, or something like that.
Let's try.
I missed them.
Nice try. That's good.
Sir Wade!
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
Yeah, I want nothing to do with the Black Knight. I just want to fight the lasting dark dragoon guy. There we go. Bodied. Never a problem. And there was Jill.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place.
Damn, it's an uphill battle.
It is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
Sir Wade,
Hell yeah, Sir Wade. I feel you, my boy. The Duchy lives on.
A sound strategy, my lord.
Alright. Quest complete. Black or white? Oh, cutscene.
And how long?
Oh yeah, we're supposed to go through some underground passage. I forgot all about that.
Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
Wraith? No wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
An emblem?
It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Burnt blade from Wade.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Is there anything you need, please don't ask. I got other things going on right now, Wade. We got a loaded potato with all the fixins. Ooh, more cutscenes. So we're not doing the actual underground railroad. We're just gonna show up here. Good, good. For sure, if this were a regular JRPG back in the 90s, we go through the underground passage. It's essentially the sewer mission, and there's like a nasty boss down there that has poison status effects.
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Oh, he's here to see his uncle.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil, the Unshod.
So I'm guessing this is something that he would do as a child.
Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
He's in tears. He believes him. That's a wonderful moment.
You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
It's all that's left of his brother, man.
You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
This is wonderful. But I have a feeling his uncle's gonna end up dead because of his mom. Is that wrong to suggest?
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been
That's what
charged
she
with
was.
governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
Your uncle's gonna end up getting whacked because of you.
It
But
has
I don't
been
think
20
he cares.
years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived.
That's right.
Besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
This
Let's say
is
no
the
more
game's
about it,
attempt
eh?
at
Don't do to linger on my
comedy.
nephew's
I love it.
greatest
How
failing.
cute.
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about
He's got War
you
Panthers in his
being
room.
Sid. You were always such a good boy. But now you're quite the outlaw.
Everyone's calling him
Which,
an
if I'm
outlaw.
not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
I love your uncle, Clive, but you're gonna get him killed. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull that band-aid off early. That was a really heartwarming scene. I ain't even gonna front.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters.
Yeah, that comment still got her. We're gonna find out more about
When I
Jill.
served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice.
I
Because
like
once
Jill.
they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused.
My cat's having a little bit of a dream. You see him right here.
Before I knew it,
Right here. This is him right here.
I
He's
no longer
having
felt anything.
a dream.
Anything
He's
at
moving a
all.
little bit. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting Jill when she's having a moment. I feel it though. She was used as a monster.
Had become a monster.
Jill.
You were almost a Jill sandwich. I'm sorry, I had to.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
You're Shiva, not a monster.
Just
Jeez.
promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Will I be able to save my game, though? Because it is getting late. Excuse me. I'm going back to the hideaway. Here be monsters.
Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom, but Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Alright, so speak with Vivian. Before we do any of that, we're gonna end this stream. Because we've been playing for almost 2 hours. That's gonna be a lot to chop up and post. I want to say thank you to Vicious for coming by the stream and dropping some knowledge. I appreciate you. You're the best, my boy. Thank you very much. And everyone who's checking this out on YouTube, thank you very much. I appreciate you very much. We will be continuing with more Final Fantasy going forward. I'm thinking now that my capture card is working semi-well with the Nintendo Switch, that I might be able to continue after Final Fantasy 16 with Final Fantasy 3 or 4. Either one of those two. We'll see. One of those two. Anyways, that's for the future. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Have a wonderful night. Peace out. See you tomorrow.